Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed about Noetics. It's pseudoscientific bullshit. In this video, I won't be discussing classical Noetics, the branch of philosophy that deals with the intellect and the mind. Rather, I'll be discussing what is also known as Noetic science. This version of Noetics is dedicated to exploring and advocating for the acceptance of various unscientific other ways of knowing, such as intuition, or tapping into a higher consciousness, or just feeling that something is true. As you might have anticipated, I have some problems with this. For one thing, there is no evidence that it's true or that these other ways of knowing are capable of providing us with reliable information about the world. Also, it's narcissistic. Like many other forms of pseudoscience, Noetics flatters its adherents by telling them that they are more in tune with the universe than other people. They are open, they are deep, they understand that there's more to life than simply that which we can comprehend through science. There's also the promise of a higher consciousness, a greater purpose, a deeper meaning to our lives. Again, no evidence whatsoever that any of this is remotely true, but if you believe it, it can sure make you feel important. And that really does it for some folks. It confuses subjective feelings with objective facts. One of the founders of the modern Noetics movement is Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell. Mitchell walked on the moon with Alan Shepard in 1971, and he is a legitimate hero in my book. Mitchell first became interested in Noetics after a feeling of deep certainty about divinity and the purpose of life came over him during Apollo 14's return flight to Earth from the moon. It's unfortunate that a man of Mitchell's intellect and experience is unable to separate his own personal feelings felt during what must have been the most ecstatically awesome adventure of his life from empirically verified objective facts about the universe. But then again, Mitchell also believes in things like UFOs and remote healing, so maybe the empirical stuff never meant shit to him in the first place. It's lazy. Noetics, like other types of pseudoscience, lures credulous people away from genuine science. Or perhaps I should say, it woos people away from genuine science. It tells people that they can come to deep insights about the universe and themselves without doing any real work. It tells us that our innate knowledge, our intuition, that these things are sources of information about the world, just the same as a scientific investigation. And in fact, they may even be better sources, yielding even more truth and knowledge than other forms of knowing. And the only thing we need to do in order to gain access to these deepest of all truths is believe that we know them. Well, let's not melt down our microscopes and turn them into magnetic bracelets quite yet. It's a scam. Maybe I'm too cynical, but I can't help but think of Noetics as being in the same category as things like spirit science or homeopathy or alternative medicine, as something that allows people to make some coin off of credulous marks in exchange for doing absolutely nothing to actually help them. The Institute of Noetic Sciences, the organization founded by astronaut Edgar Mitchell, who I mentioned a moment ago, offers memberships on its website at rates ranging from $40 annually to $50,000 annually. That's at the prestigious Explorer's Circle level. The Institute also operates a rural retreat in California where you and your group can book some time and spend a few days for not free. Look, Noetics and other superstitious bullshit like it plays on our ignorance, on our fears, on our insecurities, on our desire to have control over our lives. That's what draws people to it. That and the fact that there's a buck to be made in it. Because if there's one thing that people love more than lying to make themselves feel better, it's easy money. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.